Shalom, giving all praise here. How about Shemel Shabbat, Shem Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, These Other Israelite Groups Sold the F Out. And I don't got to tell you what the F means. If you don't know, ask somebody. If you're an Israelite and you're teaching that the MOTB is an embargo, sleeping with white women, it's sending all of its forms, Yahweh Shemel Shai is not dealing with you at all. And he will destroy you if you don't repent. But this is more information concerning the you-know-what. This is the Spanish Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, demands the end of online anonymity, calling for every social media account, YouTube, whatever, X, media account to be linked to an EU. And that's for the EU. He's talking to the EU nations. He's a member of the EU, European Union. And when this passes, you're gonna have every EU state or country down with this thing, and then they're gonna go from there to the do away with paper money. Everything's gonna be digital. And they say it like they figured it out. They said we got to change. They all got a fucking script. Oh, you got people that been following Nero 47. They all coming against Nero, even these Edomites. Believe it or not, Alex Jones is coming against him. But he said he don't even go to, he's going to get invited to Mar-a-Lago, but he doesn't even want to go, but he's going anyway. Why? We know why. If you major Israelite groups is teaching contrary to what the GMS is teaching, you sold the F out. So let's just listen to this.
To anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment, because it is facilitating the use of bots and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions.
Remember, this guy got a script like everybody else, just like Nero. Nero got a script too. He's allowing, even people from Fox News is mad at him. Can you imagine that? They're mad at Nero. He's going to allow more than 500,000 Chinese nationals to come to this country permanently. 600,000 of them.
Such an anomaly cannot continue. In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity, because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities would be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold.
And what constitutes a crime? If you say something you think is harmless, they'll deem it as a crime, and they're gonna come and knock on your door. They're gonna bust your door in.
Them responsible. Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech. It is an essential complement to it.
Well, many have started paying for things with our phones, even watches.
One company, though, wants to take that technology to another level by implanting a chip in your hand. So, the overseas company...
No. Come on now. Wait a minute. Like I said, these other major Hebrew Israelite groups, they sold out. They effing sold out. You know it, and I know it. They sold out. They got a script too.
Company Walletmore is selling the microchip in parts of Europe. It's about the size of a grain of rice, goes under the skin. It's then activated using...
What's this the fulfillment of? Any of you guys out there that don't believe, that teach that bullshit?
Using a digital wallet app. The chip is going for about $300, and the company says at least 200 people have gotten them implanted already. I would have many questions for a doctor about that.
Yeah, how healthy
Didn't look
is
very
that
micro,
for you?
did it?
No.
It was pretty big. I mean,
It was a pretty big chip.
I mean, you know, a paper cut hurts. You're going to put a
Yes.
thing like that, you know, in
What
your
happens if
hand.
you have to change banks? You gotta like get
Right,
that thing
you gotta
out and put
change it
back
out.
in. I don't know. I ain't interested in it. Keep it away from me.
I would just want to know how it affects your body.
Yeah, it can't be good. It can't be good to put some electronic device in your body and keep it there. Ooh-wee. Good luck with that.
Exactly 5 years ago, the Central Bank of Brazil, their equivalent.
You three idiots are gonna take it. Now you can be playing it off. You won't take it any goddamn way. But none of these devils can equate this thing with Revelation 13 and 16.
Of the Reserve Bank of Australia introduced a new government-run payment system known as PIX. It's an app on people's phones, and the central bank forced all the banks to accept it. Brazilians can use it to transfer money instantly from their bank account to anyone else's, a friend or a shop, either using their PIX alias or, in a shop, a QR code. And the best thing? Well, it's free for people to use, and there's a single merchant fee of 0.22%. 93% of Brazilians now use PIX, and it's rapidly displacing cards. You know it's working because the US President Donald Trump is bitterly complaining about it, saying that those great American companies, Visa and MasterCard, are losing out. So he's whacking Brazil with a 50% tariff. So here's my question. How come the Reserve Bank of Australia doesn't do it? It's talking about cutting card payment costs by $1.2 billion, but actually $6.4 billion in fees are being hoovered up for not doing very much by Visa, MasterCard and the banks, as well as Apple and Google, since about half the transactions are now using cards on our phone wallets. And that's only going to increase because, as we know, cash is on the way out. What's more, the fees are hidden.
Cash, money cash is on the way out. The last video that I did was on the Economist Magazine 2026, January 2026. What does it say? A world, I can go to it. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me go ahead and go to it. GMS has always been right. This big head nigga.
See, Nicole Garcia, we were calling you before.
Yeah, this nigga. Anyway, let me see. Give me a second here. That nigga rotting in prison. Bear with me for a minute. It's right here. This is only 11 minutes and 18 seconds long.
Shalom, real quick, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai Bashim Rukakodash.
It's right here. The Economist 2026. There's another, where is it? Right here. You can hardly see it. That's the actual cover. I don't know if they're going to put this cover out as well, but I think this is the cover that they're going to officially put out. But it says on this, the cover, 2026, get ready for a world currency. These are all $1 bills, Federal Reserve notes. They're going to do it. They're going to do away with the paper money. Everything's going to be digitalized. The phoenix are rising. You other camps have been teaching otherwise. You got a lot of explaining to do. And if you tell your people to do and they do it, that's on them. They're just plain stupid. Numbskulls. Zombies.
We tap our card or phone without knowing about all the little added extras. So why don't we have PICs? Well, apparently it's because the payments infrastructure in Australia is entirely built around cards. And getting everyone to switch to an app where you have to scan a QR code or know the other person's alias would be hard. Also, the system is owned by the banks and Visa and MasterCard, so the government would have to effectively nationalise it, which was fine for Brazil, but in Australia we privatise businesses, not the other way around.
As ATMs and bank branches close and Australians increasingly rely on digital payments, one economist predicts the country will be cashless in the next few years. But there are fears.
Oh, the bank that I go to, I'm not going to tell you what it is, not important. They have branches in certain places. I noticed one of the branches was just closed. It's been open for years. Just closed. Just recently closed down. And close all these banks.
A world without banknotes will leave people unable to pay for essential goods and become easy targets for cyber criminals.
No time for delay on the lunch rush.
Tap away when you're ready. Tap away when you're ready. Tap away when you're ready.
Cafe Pablo and Rusty's was one of the first businesses to axe cash. Now heavy hitters are on board, including KFC, Krispy Kreme and Nando's. Even Macquarie Bank is phasing out cash deposits and withdrawals.
We're definitely going to become a cashless society. It's better for consumers and it's better for businesses.
UNSW Professor of Economics Richard Holden says in 5 years we'll be functionally cashless unless the Reserve Bank acts even sooner.
We could say year one we'll get rid of the 50.
I can't see us going to 2030. Did you hear what he just said? Let me bring that back. Say this again. These other major camp leaders, they sold out. They're insiders.
It's better for consumers and it's better for businesses.
UNSW Professor of Economics Richard Holden says in 5 years we'll be functionally cashless unless the Reserve Bank acts even sooner.
We could say
cashless. Economics Richard Holden says in 5 years we'll be functionally cashless unless the Reserve Bank acts even sooner. UNSW Professor of Economics Richard Holden says in 5 years we'll be functionally cashless unless the Reserve Bank acts even sooner.
In 5 years we'll be functionally cashless unless the bank acts sooner. I think they're really going to push it starting January, a couple months in. But 2026, I see them really pushing it. I don't see them. We're going to be a part of a cash society, paper money, until 2030. I see them really pushing it, and starting in less than 2 months.
we could say Year one, we'll get rid of the $50 bill. Year two, we'll get rid of the 20 and the 10, and year three, we'll kind of mop up the small change. And that would give people time to adjust. For older Australians, it's going to be more challenging.
No, not cashless. Definitely not.
I don't even have a wallet anymore. Just use the phone, it's great.
We want to be able to do what we want with our money. Money, money, money.
Sweden, the first nation to introduce banknotes back in the 1600s, was shaping up to be the first to get rid of them.
The demand from merchants and consumers that really decided the speed of this process.
But there was community backlash when people struggled to pay for essential goods, including the elderly and people living in areas with low internet.
We didn't see the problems in time.
Now trying to strike a balance.
New laws have come into operation, been forcing banks to have ATMs all over Sweden.
Lobby group Cash Welcome says it should serve as a cautionary tale for Australia.
Millions of Australians trust and rely on cash every day.
And it comes without the data breaches, scams and tech failures of digital payments.
Because it's not reliable. As soon as there's a flood, as soon as there's a fire, as soon as there's an internet outage, nobody can spend.
Whether you use cash or not, there's no question it's getting harder to access. In the past financial year, 11% of the nation's ATMs closed. Despite this, Aussies still withdraw $8 billion in cash every single month.
No doubt some will need convincing.
I guess the tooth fairy is going to go digital.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
Like to touch it?
Yeah.
How many more receipts do you need, you false prophets?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Did you know you can build muscle even while you're sleeping? Let's uncover the secret to optimizing your bedtime routine to boost muscle growth. Testro X is
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chips, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks. So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrained procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards,
which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
This has to be a fulfillment of scripture. I wonder what scripture that is. You guys have been teaching contrary to what we've been teaching here at GMS. You got a lot of explaining to do unless you have super zombies. Just real numbskulls. And don't be running to us. We don't need you. Go to the sellers and buy. Of course you're going to have to pay for it with the chip. You want to buy it. By the time you go to get it, you need that chip to buy it and you're done.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
Go to the sellers and buy. Go to the sellers and buy. We can't help you. We can't do nothing for you, man.
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
But even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot. I think, it's so much more data can go into this, when it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how.
And you're gonna have to be a real one, because if you don't take chips, some of us will be beheaded. Revelation 20 verse 4. So are y'all real ones or not?
How many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannes Wellblood estimates between 5 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it'll be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality.
So there you go. Shalom. On to the next.